Hey, today we're going to talk about a few rumors and a few questions. The first one is, what is AI? Secondly, is it coming for my job? Well, without any spoilers, the answer is yes, but it's not going to replace it. These tools make us 10x faster. Let's jump in and look at a few examples about how recent breakthroughs can change the way you do your work and why it shouldn't be something to be afraid of. Hey, so first, why don't we get started and look at what are these new AI models good at and where can they help us in the work that we're already doing? So, as I said, this is really about what is coming in to help more than what is coming in to replace. But we all have tasks we'd like to get rid of. So, let's think about some of the ways where we can lean on our strengths and let the models lean on their strengths. So, first, one, understanding language. Breakthroughs, especially large language models, have become unbelievably good at understanding not only English, but dozens of languages, as good as any of us who have been reading, writing, and speaking it for decades. Summarizing categorization is something that models have been great at for years, but now we can do these tasks with far less input data and really get started with just the information you probably already have on your desk. Recognizing patterns is something some of us are good at, but oftentimes models far outpace our ability to recognize patterns and do more with those recognitions. Kickstarting creativity is something we all need. Whether it's writer's block, inspiration of a new photo, models can jump in, get ideas flowing. Cleaning up text is a constant pain. I don't know any industry or job where messy data, poor documentation, or information couldn't be made cleaner, and that's something that we should be using models whenever we can. And lastly, following directions. I've never been good at it. Maybe you are, but it's extremely gratifying to have a model where you can provide, show, lead a couple examples, and let it complete the rest of whatever the task is at hand with very little communication. So all of those are what the model is good at, but none of them cut us out of the picture. So first, processing more information. The more we can understand, the more we can use, the more we can act on. Turning noise into signal, also very important. Lets us take millions of lines of text that flow through our emails and do more with it. Support for decisions is always something that we need, and recognizing more patterns can get us there. Creativity is the source of a lot of the good in the world, and why not have more of it with the work we're already doing? Making more data useful, clean up, label, categorize, and really start acting on the information you already have. Following directions. Having someone, a model, a tool at our side that really understands what we want is going to start to be a lot of what the future looks like. What we're looking at here, as you can see, is a spreadsheet that includes the Google Sheets add-on that my company provides, which is a way to use breakthrough AI models inside Google Sheets with a formula that'll be familiar to anyone who's seen a spreadsheet before. You can play around and explore this yourself. So this first example, we have strings of text. In this case, this is feedback points. And then on the right, categorizing them. Let's get one word or two words about what it is this language is talking about. Again, anyone watching this video could do this very quickly, but why do it yourself when you can move on to maybe more important things in your day and just take the formula, which can take these set of examples and use the three examples to generate the perfect answer for what's needed. So that sort of activity where you're conducting work, your business is flowing, and you can lean on these models to speed up what you're already doing. Don't do the boring stuff. Another example is writing. We talked about generative text. This is something that is helping a lot of folks already, but one way to see it really in action is a list of names and then three examples of a 2-sentence thank you note that you might write off to someone after a wedding, a party, or a sales event. So with only three examples, the model can pick up exactly what we're looking for and then write custom notes. Again, just 2 sentences in this example for any new names or information. We could even include the gift the person gave us, where they live, what we want to see them do next, or anything else. So again, all we have to do is take this formula, drop it down, and you'll see new thank you letters generated for each one of these, all with their names updated and tweaked so that obviously this would be a draft, but we could take these drafts and go on our way and send it out, or even just send out more personalized messages. Nothing about this is not genuine, right? We're taking the time to put them together. We're just doing it faster. So hopefully these examples have been helpful to show you a little bit about why these models shouldn't be something that makes you afraid, but be tools to speed up the work you're already doing, and really something that we can't afford not to take advantage of because other people are. So if you'd like to find out more about how this specific tool works inside Google